what does body esteem truly means to you? And not just what it means to you, but beyond the title that you wrote.
I think with body esteem, the definition is really just having body positivity, your overall appearance, but also the individual parts like your stomach, your hips, your thighs. When I wrote the book, I think what inspired me so much to write it, Kevin, is my husband and I have birthdays back to back, July the 23rd and the 24th. And he does something outrageous. He loves adventure sports. So on one birthday, he decides to jump out of an airplane, and I decide to play it close. I consider myself somewhat of a connoisseur when it comes to massages, especially a Swedish massage. And on this occasion, I went for my massage, went back to the room, and the masseuse said to me, if I don't drape your body properly, don't worry, because I'm blind, I can't see you. And I said, oh. And as we began to establish rapport, she said, actually, most of my clients feel better about having a massage given the fact that I'm blind and cannot see their bodies. That got me thinking, Kevin. I thought, I've worked in this business treating eating disorders, emotional eating, stress, depression, anxiety, but there are still many of us out there that have feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem when it comes to our body image. So in writing my book, I wanted to help people overcome their shame and guilt. I shared with you when we were chatting that there's a study that was done in Australia with girls and women, and they reported when they consumed a simple carbohydrate like a cupcake or a cookie or an ice cream cone, they experienced extreme shame and guilt. I want people to learn to eat healthfully and normalize their eating without shame and guilt.
At some point, we all have been affected by our self-esteem, and it shows. It shows up in how we dress. And if our self-esteem is low, we tend to dress in a way that is what we consider comfortable, but we can also tell that, or people can tell that there's something going on. And then out of nowhere, someone writes a book because they have dealt with those same challenges. And so in the book, Fashionably Masked by author Wendy Williams, she helps you to uncover those issues that you have dressing because you're internally hiding something. And so Wendy has been featured on major media platforms. She's a best-selling author. But if you or someone that you know are wearing a mask and they're covering it up with the clothing that they wear, then either you or the person that you know need to grab a copy of the book, Fashionably Masked. The link is in the comment.